Hey folks, great to be back with you. You know, someone once said that whatever you worship is what you'll become a slave to. If you worship money, then the love of money will control your life. If you worship your boyfriend or girlfriend, then they'll control your life. Whatever you worship enslaves you. This is the strong language that Paul uses in the passage we're reading today, as he talks about how we were slaves to sin before we were saved by God through Jesus' death and resurrection. Being a slave to sin is extremely bad for you. It leads to death and destruction. Nothing good will come of it, even if it looks okay at the time. Sin is often like those adverts that you see in shop windows. Buy now, pay later. Enjoy now, but it seems that there's no cost. But believe me, there is a cost. A big cost is coming down the line. Paul says we're no longer slaves to sin, but we've become slaves to God. What does he mean by that? Does this mean that God wants to boss us around and tell us what to do and we have no choice in the matter? Well, not exactly. God does want to be our boss, which is another word for Lord that we see throughout the Bible. When you say Jesus is Lord of your life, you're declaring that Jesus is the boss of your life and you're committed to serve him. But Jesus isn't like some terrible boss who doesn't care about you. Jesus is the best boss in the world. He's totally committed to your well-being. He wants you to thrive and make a positive impact in the world. Anything he tells you to do or not do is motivated by his love for you. So saying yes to Jesus is always the best possible thing to do all the time. We have a choice though. Jesus won't make us do anything. In fact, Jesus wants us to be very careful about turning our relationship with him into a list of do's and don'ts. That's religion. It's what Paul is against. Someone once said, love God and do whatever you like. What did they mean? They simply meant this, that when you truly love God, you'll want to please him. And as a result, the do whatever you like will be what he likes because you love him. You'll love the things he loves, like forgiveness and justice, kindness and compassion. And you'll hate the things he hates, like poverty, oppression and gossip. This is what Paul is talking about. We're no longer allowing sin to boss us around. We've sacked sin. It's dead to us. And we've decided to make Jesus our boss. And we look to him every day to show us how to live the life we were created to live, to pick us up when we fail, to cheer us on when we do well. May God help and empower you today by his Spirit to make Jesus Lord and boss over every part of your life. And may you have the courage to look sin in the eye today and tell it, you're fired.